Here at APS, my name's Kevin DeSha, a little over 12,000 hours. Currently fly G450s, 550s worldwide. Been flying for 35 years as of this year. Came to APS, tried several other upset courses in the U.S. and found this to be the best. Safety of operations here, there's a culture within APS that I've recognized that is a positive culture. Everybody seems to be engaged in their jobs and tries to provide the best above and beyond. Generally, you might have some disgruntled employees that are helping you on with your parachute or fueling the aircraft. It's not the case here. The culture seems to extend itself into the crevices of the company. The most important aspect of the training, initially I believed that it was just jet upset. That's how it markets itself. After spending some time here, I realized that there were a lot of other things that I've picked up after flying for 35 years, which seems to be, for example, we had stuck elevators, stuck ailerons, things of that nature. We would fly under instruments and go through all the maneuvers. On the outside of that, for me, I felt that the value after, flying for so long, that I realized that my envelope had shrunk because of the automated aircraft that we fly. I now realize that in order to expand that, hand flying the airplane, getting out there and just going through these procedures that APS provides expanded my envelope once again, made me feel a lot more comfortable outside the automated environment. The academics here is essentially what I was looking for when I was looking at a new company for upset for my flight department. The last two upset companies that I had used in the past one had no academics and one had very little academics. The academics here are extremely thorough. It gives you food for thought. You don't walk away feeling that there's nothing to digest. Even after all this time, I have been enlightened about several aspects of flying that we didn't have 35 years ago. When I was first taking a look at APS for our flight department, I realized that we were going to be utilizing the extra 300. Initially, I didn't feel comfortable with that because I didn't understand, I didn't believe that it would add any value based on the aircraft that we fly, the G450, 550. I was incorrect in that initial thought. The extra 300 actually does add a lot of value. The training basics, the basic concepts, conducts all the maneuvers safely, and the outcomes are the same. The extra 300 is an excellent airplane. I didn't realize how stable it was, and it's perfect for this environment. I did get a chance to fly the A4. The A4 initially I felt was going to be a lot of fluff. I thought, it was just going to be checking off something in the bucket list, until I realized that APS had a profile and they seemed to be pretty serious about it. after going through the academics here and flying the extra 300, I didn't really know what to expect, but I knew that it was going to be extremely well done, and a positive dynamic experience. The A4, we had conducted several maneuvers at low altitudes, conducted those exact same maneuvers at higher altitudes, and the realization was very interesting, to say the least. Just as every aspect that I've had at APS, I walked away from the A4 thinking about and digesting what had occurred and how I can apply that to myself and my flight department. Obviously, with my time, I felt that, it was getting mundane, flying was getting mundane. I realized that I didn't want to become complacent, and I believe that flying the extra 300 and the A4 at APS helped me achieve that. How are these transferable to our aircraft? I believe the extra 300 gave me the basic skills and learning sets to then get into the A4, which is closer to my environment at higher altitude, and using those building blocks made me a better pilot. But beyond jet upsets, I believe that it also expanded my envelope. Flying automated aircraft, G450, 550, you're on automation consistently. Because you're flying automation so much, your envelope shrinks over time, and I believe that's a deficit. Coming out here, going through this experience, has expanded that envelope, and I believe for my flight department, my pilots, would help them become better pilots as well through this experience. Would I recommend this to others? Absolutely. I'm a flight department manager. I will go back and discuss it with other flight department managers. I do believe that there are more positive aspects in conducting this type of training, which everyone believes is solely upset training, and it's not. Once I think the realization is out there that it's so much more, and what the values are to each individual within the flight department, I think they'll want to be a part of this as well. The expertise of the instructors, they're next to none. The instructors here are the best that I've seen over my past 35 years. I don't know where they found them, but they are the best at what they do. The professionalism here is fantastic. There's a culture at APS that is extremely positive. Most places or companies that I work with don't have such great service. Here at APS, the service is fantastic. They're always here for you. They're here to support you every step of the way. I never felt that I was in need for anything or was without question. Everything was answered for me. Everything was supplied to me throughout the experience. The facilities here are fantastic. It's clean, really nice. In between flights, they have a nice lounge to relax in and take in some reading. Other than that, I love this experience. Some of the best training I've ever had in my life in the past 35 years, and I will be bringing my crew here in the future and for recurrence as well.